estate agent because I absolutely love working with people. I think that I first decided that I wanted to get into real estate when I bought my first home. And this was in 2003. And I remember the entire process was so exciting to me. Everything from riding around in my realtor's car to writing the offer to the negotiation. I loved that aspect of it. And the day that we closed on our home, I remember my husband turned to me and he said, "You should think about being a real estate agent." And I remember at the time I let all these things get in the way. I thought, oh, there's too many agents or the market will crash. And then I decided I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go for it. And I quit the job I had at the time. I went back to waiting tables, which is what I did in college. I got my real estate license. And immediately I got up on my feet and I started selling homes through referral to a lot of people that I'd gone to college with. Of course, I started in the beginning of 2005 when the market was really hot. And since then, well, the market has had all kinds of different temperatures, but through that entire time, I have absolutely loved real estate. It's been a lot of fun and it keeps me in touch with people. And that's just what I love about it.
I have always had a love for interiors and houses and architecture. My parents influenced me quite a bit in that way. My dad's an architect and my mom is an interior designer. And I've always loved the effect that a space can have on you, and something so important as the home that you live in. I mean, it shapes your daily life. We moved into our house in 2011, and it's I knew immediately when I walked into it that it was going to be our house. It had a lot of quote unquote potential, and that's what I loved about it, because I saw all of these projects in front of me, and for me that's been the coolest process. But I love that there's so many different personalities of houses out there, and there's so many personalities of home buyers. And so being in that position to connect the right house to the right buyer is really an incredible thing to do.
One thing I love about my job is the people. And by the time someone closes on a home, I usually feel like they're part of my family. One of my first clients ever was a first-time home buyer, which was great. And in the process of them buying their home, their parents, of course, came along to check out their couple of favorited homes. And so I got to meet the parents a few times. And once my clients closed on the house, I remember they had a big party, and again, I got to meet their friends. And it was 5 years down the line that their parents were ready to downsize. Their parents gave me a call, and I ended up listing their home and selling their home. And then their parents ended up buying a condo. And through that entire process, I felt like I got to meet every single one of their friends, all of their aunts and uncles, all of their grandkids, and I just overwhelmingly felt like I was part of their family. And still to this day, it's like I get their Christmas cards, and they always write those long letters about what happened over the year, and I look forward to that every year. And it's those types of experiences that really just bring it full circle for me. And it's just one of the many things I love about my job.
That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.